Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. I'm Josh.
I'm Alec.
Hello, welcome back to another episode.
Doesn't sound like shit.
Beautiful.
Sweet. We did it, guys.
Finally.
We updated the software.
I've started sleeping my computer.
Sleeping or turning it off? Because sleeping is bad too.
I sleep it.
You just... No. you just don't want it to conform, do you?
Turning it off and on again takes way too long. My computer's old.
Get a faster computer.
That costs money, sir.
Faster computer system.
I could buy a whole new computer, but then I can't afford college. So...
Drop out of college. Problem solved.
No. Today's 2DDBFFOTD, the fun fact of the day, the B, now the butthole.
The butthole.
You familiar with Heinz ketchup, right?
Everyone is familiar with
Do you know what the 57 on the bottle is for?
The year it was founded.
No.
No.
The company founder, H.J. Heinz, thought his product should have a number, and he liked 57, so that's why 57 is on every bottle of Heinz ketchup.
He's just like, what's your lucky number, boss? Black 7.
He simply liked 57
That's cool.
so much that they put it on his bottle.
It's like Ford Mustang 11.
And in the glass bottles, you tap it, it'll come out.
Spank here.
Yes.
Ooh, daddy.
It is June 21st, Monday, 3 o'clock.
A minute into the podcast and we're running out of steam. Fucking save us.
I mean, I gotta do some clerical things. Hi, we have beer bongs now for 20.
Aw, Kelly.
PC
up,
parts are
Sam?
literally worth more than both my kidneys today, thanks to crypto. Yes.
Damn.
We have beer bongs now. For 2,500 channel points, we'll crack a beer bong. Not with like the heavy beers we drink. We have
shotgunning beer.
light beer to drink. You just had to.
That never gets old.
So, if you want us to suffer, I'll coordinate that, guys. And we'll just do it back to back to back. We'll die.
Yeah.
There's an emote now, so all you subscribers can have a little fucking Pepe drinking a beer. I hate how it's typed out, but I can't really change that. So
Why is it typed out?
the way the prefixes of the
Hey.
emotes work is that you can't really change it unless you're a partner. So every emote has something based on the channel, and then what the emote is called. So if you hover over it...
I have to subscribe for this emote?
Yes.
Whack.
So if you hover over it, it should tell you what it's called. X 2 dudes 3 cheers. The emote's just a cheers because Pepe is having a nice sip. But the X 2 dudes 3, I can't change that until the channel's a partner. Or it could just be 2DDB,
2D.
which that's what I would have it be.
Got it.
But every
That makes sense though, because when you scroll over it, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?"
yeah, just a little Pepe wearing our shirt, drinking a beer.
Oh, you got that shit too?
Yeah, that's a little black spot.
Hell yeah! All right. Well, without further ado, let's pass the beer around.
Yeah, what are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking a beer in an orange can
Don't even know what it's called.
with
when
like
you
a
picked it
kudu
up.
on it. It's called Hold. That's hilarious.
Nope, it's not.
Hold
called
my
that.
beer and watch this. Already bonus points for that.
It's called Big Sky IPA
Yeah, that is what it's called. It is 6.2.
from Montana.
Montana. I want to see the animal on it because I thought it was a kudu. Big Sky IPA animal on front. It is Impala. No, is it?
The Chevy Impala?
I mean, Impala's just an animal. I don't know.
It's also a car.
How do you find the animal?
Well, if someone said it's an Impala and you look up an Impala,
That's a good place to start.
yeah.
Impala?
No,
No?
that's not an Impala. The horns are different.
Damn.
What? Oh, kudu.
It's definitely not a kudu, by the way.
How do you know? That looks more like a fucking kudu than anything.
Does it?
Yeah, kinda. COO. Oh, it is KUDU.
Yeah, they have the spiral things.
Yeah, it looks like a kudu. Just the horns are weird.
Just wrong horns, yeah. All right, well, let's take a sip.
And freshly bathed is here.
What up, freshly bathed? Good to have you back, brah. Cheers, man.
Hold my beer.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty basic. We can get rid of these boxes now. We already introduced the product.
Pretty standard IPA. It was good. 6-pack for only $10.
No, it was only $10.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that's something I wanted to bring up. It's
Thanks, Montana.
It's a good deal. Yeah, $10 in Montana is like, $20 in California.
I had a friend who lived in Montana.
Oh yeah, what happened? Did they kill themselves because they lived in Montana?
No, they live here now.
So they
They were
moved.
born here, moved to Montana, came back.
Here's the thing: you can't move from somewhere, especially a place like California, and expect it to be like smooth sailing. That's got to be
How so?
okay. So, could you imagine moving to Montana?
Yeah.
You'd like it? You think you'd like your neighbors?
I mean, I would do my research before I moved somewhere, obviously.
You'd be like,
but
my neighbors are chill.
I don't talk to my neighbors here.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't care. My neighbors could be assholes.
That's my
if
point.
they were like loud and obnoxious, I'd be like, hey man, can you not please?
And then be like, fuck you, yippee.
And then I would deal with it.
Well, you
And
one of
then-
them queers from California?
And then I'd get back at them.
How would you get back at them?
Psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare?
Montana is nice. Montana's just big and flat.
Wasabi, could you live in Montana? Hi,
Not based on the color of your skin.
I'd like 20 on pump 3. We don't serve you your kind here.
That was in like Tennessee or some shit.
That's what I'm saying though. Is like you can't. Okay, my main point is you can't just go live somewhere and be like expecting it to be
On the drop of a hat? No. In general, yes, you can.
loony cults spread out everywhere.
You just have to do your research. Like, I'm not going to pick up and go to fucking Louisiana just because I want to move out of the state.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. While there isn't widely known cults, Montana actually made up the national news when a group known as Church Universal and Triumphant purchased a large ranch near Gardner in the 1980s. They named it Royal Tenton Ranch, and the leader, Elizabeth Clare Prophet, recruited more members to her group. Many called it a cult.
Oh, he got refused service in Indiana. I was close.
It was one of the 50 states.
They're pretty close together.
I wouldn't want to lie.
Freshly bathed.
You don't live in the U.S.?
Where are you at for reference?
And I totally understand that. Ghost Hand probably wouldn't want to live here either because gun violence is basically all we talk about.
Canada.
Canada!
Ooh.
Our first Canadian, eh?
That we know of.
That we know of. Well,
It's kind of like the U.S., just not as shitty.
fun fact about Canada: if you get in a car accident and apologize, they can't use it. They can't use you saying sorry as an act of guilt. Because in America, if you hit someone with a car and you say sorry, that denotes guilt. It denotes blame.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say never apologize in a lawsuit because it's considered
Blame.
it's considered fault. In Canada, they passed a law saying if you apologize to someone, you can't use that as evidence of blame, just because it's more cultural out there to apologize for everything.
Freshly bathed, is that true? Can you get away with saying sorry when you commit a crime? I don't know. Well, worth a shot. Worth a shot.
Well, it doesn't mean just go commit a crime and be like sorry, and they're like, no, you're cool. I think it's mostly
Ghost Hand said, "Fuck you." He's safer in Brazil.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I figured he wouldn't want to move into
Maybe Maine.
U.S.
Catch some lobsters.
Yeah, Maine, right on the border of Canada. That'd be the place to be. Right next to Quebec, though. That's so weird, right? Because
Cold
like
as fuck.
Quebec that's the French Canadian part where people still speak French mainly, and Maine's just like speaking American. They probably don't speak French at all.
I mean,
It's like just a hard border of like don't speak anything but English over here.
I'm sure some people do.
I mean, sure, like high
'Cause
school
it's,
kids,
like, right
they have
there.
classes, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Montreal is there too.
Montreal. It's so weird. We're like protruding into Canada. We're like fingering Canada on the edge of the coast. And how weird is it? Like, I would never like think that Maine has a beach, you know?
Yeah, because why the fuck would you go there?
Quebec is literally France, but somehow even more uppity and arrogant.
What is something that someone ruined for you?
That's a good question.
Love. No.
I don't think things are really ruined for me so much as they are just like soiled. And it's like, all right, I got to stop doing this and then I'll get back to it after it feels right again. Like,
Time heals all wounds.
yeah, like I think I've definitely gone to places and I've had the mentality of like bad service or like just not a good time. And I'm like, this is ruined. I'll never come back here. And that thought always crosses my head because it's just like a knee jerk reaction of just like, fuck this place. I'm never coming back to this place. And then like a year later, I'll be like, this place isn't so bad. And I'll get better service because they're new employees and shit like that.
That's one thing that's nice about other countries is the drinking age is lower.
Hell yeah. Could you imagine being born in Maine and you're just like, let's get our passport, go to Quebec, fucking get trashed.
You probably don't really need a passport all that much.
Probably not. Oh, I think it's just the real ID, right? I guess in California you only need the ID.
Well, that's for here still.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was you can go into Canada and Mexico.
That's just for domestic.
Well, anyway, that'd be dope as fuck.
Yeah, like
Going to Canada is their equivalent of our equivalent of going to TJ.
pretty much. Yeah.
Except for they go to Canada.
Because we're not as racist towards Canadians than we are against Mexicans. Mm-hmm. Well, 19 in Canada, but 18 in Quebec. That's interesting.
That's insane. Also, like, how crazy is it that you guys' drinking age is so low? Like, I'm thinking about, like, they keep raising our drinking age and now the smoking age.
Well, it hasn't been raised in, like, forever.
Oh, no, but they just, not recently, but, like, the smoking age is 21 years of age now. It used to be 18 forever.
18 in Brazil, yeah.
But, like, I wonder why, if, like, is it really just because we have more car accidents and murder?
Entitlement?
Maybe it's a revenue stream. Who knows?
I mean, people are going to get it regardless of age. There's always the...
Drunk. There's always the older brother.
There's always the people who's going to buy alcohol for minors.
Yeah, so... Wow.
I'll do it.
Way to pull your card.
I'll do it.
There's always, I was going to say, there's always people in high school who had a brother or a sister who was 21 who would supply the alcohol.
They raised it 5 years ago.
To what?
The smoking age.
Oh, yeah. But if you're 18, 19, that means you could be drinking in high school with the freshmen. Oh, man, high school would have been so much more fun if we could drink with the freshmen.
In a good way or bad way? I only see bad things happening from that.
More fun. Because you have an American mindset. I have a Quebec mindset. Let's have a good time, y'all.
Freshmen don't know what they're doing.
Don't be a hoser.
The year ones.
Drinks a brew.
They don't know what the fuck's going on.
Coming straight from 8th grade. Yeah, I'll take a beer. Because that's the thing. Like, I remember being 16 and being just like drinking a beer with like my brother and like at like at a family birthday party, being like, okay, like around family, that's cool. But if I was 16 and I was like, I could drink in 2 years anyway, I'd be like, might as well start now.
I feel like high school kids only drink liquor, not beer, though.
They did, actually. Did I ever tell you the story where a girl in my English class stole a water bottle full of vodka and we passed it around the class with the substitute teacher there?
I think so.
And yeah, and the whole class smelled like just Sky vodka, and it was the worst thing. And we were like not hiding it at all. We were passing it around, drinking it. We would go, yeah, because we're like 15 drinking in class.
I mean, as a substitute, it's really not your.
What do you do?
It's really not your fucking problem.
Yeah, what do you do?
You're just there to make sure that no one dies.
But yeah, every time we pass around the bottle, we'd take like huge gulps and be like, ugh, because you know when you're like young, it like just burns your palate. It just kills your mouth and taste buds.
Tastes like shit.
Tastes like shit when you're a kid. and everyone's like, ugh, ugh, and then they pass it, and the substitutes like we're doing like quiet reading time or something, and like out of nowhere you just see someone go, ugh, and everyone's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And then we leave the class and they're just like, dude, what the fuck? Were you guys playing a game? I'm like, yeah, it's called Get Drunk. Don't get caught.
Like, what period was this? But
It was in Mrs. Wattmaker's class.
I don't know what period that was for you.
It was 4th or 5th.
So it was middle of the day.
Yeah, it was just after lunch about. But I remember that, and that was like probably the craziest thing I ever did in school, was just blatantly drinking in class with a substitute who was just like, what are you guys doing? Be quiet. We're like, sorry. Just really cold water.
The craziest thing I did in high school was throw rocks at deer. Get yelled at by a
Where?
teacher.
On the mountain?
Yeah, over there.
I would have done that to the goats. The legendary goats.
That don't exist.
Yeah.
No, but there was a deer sitting there, and I was throwing rocks at it, trying to hit it. And then this bitch opens her window and says, hey, stop doing that. We actually like the deer here.
Was it a teacher?
Yeah.
Damn. You never found out who it was?
No, I never had. Eating edibles in the morning on an empty stomach or wake and bake. Yeah.
That'd be pretty crazy.
I didn't do anything in high school. I was a good noodle.
I never ate edibles in high school. I smoked a few times, but it was always like after. My friends would go off for lunch and smoke before and smoke in class. I never smoked because I feel like that was like some other shit.
Everybody just got busted super easy at Westlake.
Yeah. Because they're not idiots. They expect the rich kids mostly to have like liquor and stuff, I guess.
What, poor people don't drink?
They do, but like when you pop open a Mickey's, you can smell it. You know what I'm saying? The teacher would be like, do I smell broke in the third row? Who the fuck is... Alec! Come on.
Got a point.
Yeah. I couldn't do weed in school because if I ever was in class high, I just would probably freak out. But everyone else did it.
Or just get tired.
Yeah, they turned out okay.
You know who else can't do weed? Athletes. You know what's going on right now?
What?
The Olympics.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Summer Olympics. I was watching it at work because it was just on in the break room. And
It's going on right now?
Yeah, the Olympics are going on.
Is America winning?
I don't know, but I was watching a race. It was a swimming race. It was the 1,500 meter freestyle. Do you know how far 1,500 meters is?
It's like 800 feet.
It's a mile.
It's like...
It's 30 laps in an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Jesus, really?
Yes.
The fuck?
Fuck.
Are they still calling it the 2020 Olympics, even though it's been pushed later?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Can you just imagine swimming a fucking mile?
No, I can't run a mile.
Like,
no, I cannot swim a mile.
they were doing it in like 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
They could swim a mile faster than I can run one?
Yes.
Fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me? Those are superhumans.
They're Olympic athletes. They're the best athletes in the world.
Superhumans.
But the thing is, they're only good at that one thing.
You mean you don't think they could run a mile on land?
No.
They're like, I forgot how to use my legs. I can't walk. Someone help me. Carry me.
Like, Michael Phelps, best swimmer of, like, the world of all time. Probably put Usain Bolt in the water, but fastest runner of all time.
He just runs on the water.
Fastest man on earth. Put him in the water. Put Michael Phelps on land. See how he does.
Well, that's the thing. Michael Phelps, if he swam a mile in water, if he swam a nautical mile, let's get technical here. If he could swim for a nautical mile in 10 minutes, I would bet Usain Bolt could run a mile in 5 to 6 minutes. So, no doubt in my head that they're faster. Humans are faster on land, but when you specialize in swimming the way an Olympian does, then undoubtedly the general populace who can run a mile in 10 minutes is going to get smoked by someone swimming a mile in 10 minutes.
What were the? Let me see the results of the 1500.
Also, Ghost Hand, that sounds fucking amazing. I'm a big fan of cigars, but only for like occasions, right? So like, I want it to be like the whole, what are you celebrating, kind of thing. But I get that of just being able to like detach for a little bit and just watch the sunset and enjoy your moment. Just stop and smell the roses, if you will. So that's awesome, man. We should smoke some cigars on this show at some point.
So the world record was set in 2012 at 14 minutes.
For swimming a mile?
The 1500 meter freestyle by a Chinese Sun Yang.
And what was it today?
Well, it wasn't done today, but...
Oh, I thought you said they were doing it in 10 minutes.
No, like the swimming.
Yeah. Did they not swim the mile in 10 minutes?
They didn't finish it when I was watching it, but they were at like 850 meters at 10 minutes.
Got it.
Which is still far as fuck.
Respectable. That's like, don't some people go swim to the Statue of Liberty and then back and shit?
Yeah.
That's probably the same. It's like triathlons, right? Like, let's see what a triathlon runner has to do. If I could spell triathlon. I did not spell triathlon.
I spelled fucking gold medal wrong.
Nice.
I spelled it METAL, like metal material.
Olympic triathlon distances are 0.93 miles. Oh, 1.5 kilometers. So it's just under an American mile. Swim 24.8 miles, 40 kilometers. That sounds fucking rough. Bike 6.2 miles, 10 kilometers. Run exactly double the length of a sprint triathlon. So a triathlon sounds fucking brutal.
The women's 1500 meter freestyle, the gold was in 15 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's insane. Dude.
Where is men's?
Oh. I was like looking up the medals.
Men's was 14 minutes, 46 seconds.
The leaders right now in the Summer Olympics is United States, Soviet Union. No, it's not right now. That's not accurate. Sorry, 1 second.
That's probably all time.
That's all time. All time, we have more than double the Soviet Union.
That's right.
Great Britain trails right behind Soviet Union, and France is right behind Britain.
Well, what's the qualification to represent a country at the Olympics? Do you just need to be a citizen?
You need to... Do you remember the woman who got into the skiing event? The downhill freestyle? Did no tricks, did nothing, and still placed?
Yes, but I'm more or less not looking to qualify for an event, looking to see what qualifies you to represent a country.
So I think you have to be born there, and then all I know is you have to qualify through other events throughout the year. How to qualify for the...
They also swim in San Francisco to Alcatraz back to Pier 39.
That sounds awful.
But to swim a mile in 14 minutes.
You must be a U.S. citizen and eligible to represent the United States in all levels of international competition, as well as being a U.S. citizen on the date of declaration from the 2020 U.S. Olympics trials in that event. This date began 48 hours prior to the first day of competition in that event. So you need to get your citizenship 2 days before your event starts.
So let's say Wasabi wants to be an Olympian.
Yes.
Could he choose to represent Mexico or the United States?
If you, I assume if you have dual citizenship.
Anyone with dual citizenship?
I assume...
Can you switch events? I mean, like, hey, I'm gonna Mexico on this one.
Play offense and defense.
And U.S. on this one.
Well, that's the thing. The United States would be like, we'll pay you $10 million to tie your shoe during this race. And just get the world record for slowest ran 1,000-meter dash or whatever it is. That'd be awesome.
I'm just more or less marveling at the fact that to swim a mile by Bobby Fink at 14:46 when it took me 11 minutes to run a mile. Not even run it, to walk it. What does this man look like? What is this specimen?
God.
He looks like a marble statue.
Yeah. Those Greek or Roman statues.
Yeah. Or you could just say Greco-Roman.
Yeah, you're right.
He looks like a normal dude. Just can swim fast. Damn.
I can't find anything on the Olympics currently.
Well, what are you looking for?
August 8th.
When it ends?
Oh, it starts July 23rd.
As long as you have the citizenship, you can. I think it also has some restrictions according to where you reside.
So it starts next month on the 23rd. So they haven't started yet, and then it ends August 8th.
They have started, though.
It says right here. Will begin Friday, July 23rd, 2021, and ends Sunday, August 8th. So no, they haven't. Maybe they're flying everyone out there right now and figuring out the whole...
those are trials.
Yeah.
Fuck!
It's definitely not started. And I don't think Google would fuck up this one thing. Like, the Olympics are a big deal.
And what are the trials?
Probably just qualifying? Like in NASCAR?
NASCAR's fucking dumb.
I mean, I bet more people watch NASCAR than the Olympics. I just think it's funny how they're like, this guy's name is Dick Pound.
Urine dong.
Urine Dong and Dick Pound. That's awesome.
So that wasn't the real Olympics. I'm sad now.
Tokyo Olympic athletes warned not to use one of the 160,000 free condoms supplied at the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, they fuck a lot there.
They fuck so much, dude. Celebrate with a condom. Could you imagine being in like the best shape of your country and like going over to like another country and being like, "Oh man, what up?" And they're like, "I don't speak English," and you're like, "Condom." Like, that's your pickup line.
You're checking in your suitcase and TSA was like, it's just full.
No clothes. I'll buy clothes when I get there, guys. I'm sure they have stores. I need someone to put my Magnum condoms for my Magnum dong.
It's just fucking your suitcase full of condoms. That's your carry-on.
a carry-on plus a bag below.
The checked bag.
The checked bag. Oh my!
Put it in the overhead storage container. When you pull it out, just like leave it open a little bit, and they'll just fall out. And you're like, "Oh, sorry, guys."
That's fucking hilarious.
Well, now I'm a little bit disappointed that the Olympics aren't happening.
Well, you should feel a little bit like an idiot because you got the date completely wrong.
I was watching the TV and it said U.S. Olympics. It didn't say trials.
Well, the U.S. Olympics are a good way to address a topic. If it said ongoing or like watch the synchronized diving. Also, you want to know what I want to know about the Olympics? How do you get something qualified as an Olympic bout? You know what I'm saying?
Like
who was like
sport?
Yeah, who was like in America being like, "Do you want to see if we can do a front flip into the pool at the same time?" And then people at Russia were like, "Fuck you guys, we could do that better."
It's probably just like they talked about it. They like fucking when they have like all those meetings about like fucking what's it called climate change or
the
like
summits,
Olympics.
Yeah,
It's like at the tail end, 30 minutes. It's like, okay, pick your sport. What is it? It's like basket weaving. Yes.
Putin, we want you to get rid of these atomic missiles, and we will get rid of these atomic missiles. And in order to settle this, we will have an Olympic sport added to the docket. What is it? Call of Duty. And they're like, Call of Duty? Nah. Sure.
I made it to the X Games twice.
Did it? Is it? I thought it was an Olympic sport too now, right?
No, I don't think esports. They have World Cups, but not Olympic medals.
That'd be so sad.
It was really cool when it was in the X Games.
Esports won't be an Olympic medal sport anytime soon, but it should be given the number. But it should be. I'm an idiot. It should be given the number of less athletic sports that is included in the Olympic Games.
I saw something.
Esports will, however, soon be be in the Olympics as a demonstration sport. So it's not it's being categorized as not a physical sport, but like chess.
I saw something on Instagram that someone ranked like Olympic sports from or it was not just Olympic sports. It was all
difficulty,
all sports in general, from the most difficult to the least difficult.
Yeah, I saw that too. Actually, did you send that to me?
No, I didn't send it.
Well, then we saw the same thing, and I think football was like number 4.
Boxing was number 1.
Boxing was number 1 for sure.
And I think the last one might have been like billiards or some shit.
I can see that.
I'm not going to be able to find it.
I'll just type it in. Hardest sports to play.
But definitely something super physical.
There we go. 33 more in a row.
Nice.
Boxing, ice hockey. I think ice hockey absolutely is very hard. Because skating, fucking hard. And then physically fighting, if not, ice hockey is above boxing because you're fucking
tied.
boxing on ice with skates on. Then football, basketball, wrestling. I'm assuming like Olympic wrestling, not WWE.
On a mat in a circle.
Yeah. Martial arts, I'm not sure how that's a sport. I mean, it's more of like MMA,
Whole
maybe
fighting.
Maybe, yeah.
Hockey's fun as shit. If you know how to skate.
Tennis, gymnastics. I feel like gymnastics should be higher than tennis for sure. Basketball, softball, soccer, skiing, alpine, water polo. Water polo definitely should be up higher. Rugby, lacrosse, rodeo, track and field, pole vault, field hockey, speed skating, figure skating, cycling.
Everything's on ice in Canada. You kind of need to skate to get places.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
We don't have to worry about that in sunny Southern California.
that's just you guys' default setting. Racquetball, squash. Squash is like I think one of the most deadly sports. Surfing, fencing, skiing, team handball. I played that in middle school. It's top 20 hardest sports. Are you kidding me?
the
Cycling,
ball's moving pretty fast.
I guess. Ski jumping, badminton. Badminton made top 30.
When I played badminton in school,
Fuck
PE,
that. Fuck that. ESPN's got it wrong. ESPN has it wrong. Badminton made top 30.
we
Blow
got
me.
really competitive.
Yeah.
We went fucking hard in the paint. I've gotten so many birdies stuck in the rafters, it's not even funny. But I did that just because.
Not because of sports hard, because it was boring as shit.
I love badminton. That's like if I could play any sport for the rest of my life, I'd pick badminton.
Really?
Yes. I fucking love badminton so much. It's so much fun to play.
That's how you know you don't think esports is a real sport.
I do think.
Then you should have chose video games, homie.
No.
You said badminton.
Because that's fun as fuck.
You'd quit Call of Duty to play some fucking badminton.
Yes. Ping pong is also huge in the Olympics. Yeah, because China's dominant.
Ping pong is huge, and that's the thing. They're probably like, America, you let go of these nuclear weapons, we let go of these nuclear weapons, and we duke it out in ping pong.
Well, the U.S. is going to win basketball, so we got to give something
I don't
else.
think we've ever lost basketball in the Olympics. In fact, I'm pretty sure we
Exactly.
always murder in the Olympics. That's the thing, too. Like, imagine being like LeBron James and Kobe and Shaq, and they're like, I'm just an NBA player. What do you mean? And that's the thing, too. Like, when you think about it, people go like, what do you mean you're the best in the world? What do you mean the best in the world? No one else has the league. And it's like, okay, but like we just murdered a bunch of people all over the world in this game.
Then when it comes to soccer,
So
everyone's
NBA
fucked.
definitely, yeah. Soccer we have no chance in. I think the one time we won was the U.S. Galaxy women's team, right, or something.
The women's team's really good.
The women's team's really good, but boys don't have it together in soccer.
No. That goes to the Germans.
Yeah, and then it's
Brazilians are pretty fucking good too.
Are they?
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
then we have water skiing, table tennis.
But they got fucked that one World Cup.
How so? Oh,
It was like 0-7.
there wasn't there. There was a huge corruption scandal in what's the league name?
There's a lot. There's a lot of leagues.
It's not FIFA, is it? It's what's the name of the soccer league?
There's a lot of them.
The World Cup one. I just need one name, man, because there's a huge scandal, right? It was like,
UEFA? Something like that?
I'm going to type in huge soccer scandal, and it's going to say FIFA. I feel like a jackass. World Football League. Oops.
Yeah, and the
The WFL.
yeah, in the 2014
Should have saw that one coming.
in the 2014 FIFA World Cup, Brazil lost to Germany.
That's what it was, the FIFA World Cup.
1-7.
Blow my nose.
We need to get you a stash of napkins so you don't have to get up.
I don't want to blow it in the microphone.
I guess, but FIFA.
I mean, my nose has been running here lately.
I would say that's a good thing.
I think so too.
Wasabi says FIFA.
Yeah, I guess it was FIFA.
They make video games. They're fun.
But that's how I know. Yeah, like I don't call it the John Madden League, but apparently the soccer league is the FIFA league.
And scandal in Brazil where the president of the CBF, Brazilian Soccer Federation, made some pretty nasty comments about his secretary and women in general.
No, the one I'm talking about was like it was like conspiracy of like they were really hiding. They were like laundering money or some shit. Like there was like a ton of money that went missing, and it was like controlled by like one state. They had like corrupt officials and referees, and everyone was getting paid off. All the shit like that.
This one?
What one?
The UEFA European League?
Maybe.
They do the Euro.
I don't remember. That's the thing. I don't remember the league. I didn't know there. And that's the thing. Like, does China have a football league?
I mean, they have a team.
They have to. They're in the Olympics.
They participate in
Chinese
other
Super
leagues.
League.
Yeah.
That's a soccer. It looks like though.
Well, yeah, that's kind of football everywhere else besides here. Are you looking for soccer or hand egg?
Hand egg?
Yeah.
What is hand egg? Is that what they call it?
The ball's in the shape of an egg, and you use your hands.
Chinese hand egg? Are you kidding me? No. They don't call it hand egg.
People call it hand egg, not the Chinese.
They don't
people
call it
in
hand
general.
egg. Chinese American Football League?
I don't think they play American football.
Is there a Chinese American Football League? The Chinese National Football League, previously known as American Football League of China, AFLAC, is the oldest American rules football organization in China. The league is meant to be American football for China, with 92% of players in the 2016 season being of Chinese nationalities.
What are the other 8%? Americans? People who didn't get drafted and be like, go to China.
Dude, I would.
Be the star.
I would.
A few arrests a few years ago within the ranks of the European Soccer Federation.
That sounds more like it.
Over accusations of rape and contact with human slave sex trade.
That sounds more like it. There's definitely arrests and stuff, and there was a ton of money, like, switching hands.
It was
made
probably
a super sketch.
The UEFA League.
The UEFA?
Well, UEFA. UFA.
AFLAC. What's the, I want to see the Chinese Basketball League.
They're all like 4-8.
No. It's so sad.
It's racist. I'm sorry.
How much do Chinese basketball players make?
$250,000.
To $4.4 million a year?
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Shit, I'll take that.
In the Chinese currency?
If they called us up right now, hey, you boys want to play some basketball? I'm like, what are you paying me? $250,000? Where am I living? China. Shit, I'm on the next flight.
I can score 10 points a game. All right. Let's go.
That's how it is, though. They have, like, contracts like that. Like, you know, J. Cole, when he played, his contract said, I need to get this many free throws, this many rebounds, this many twos.
He left his fucking team.
Because he completed the contract. He said, once I complete the contract, there's nothing obligating me to stay. And he did. And as soon as he did, he's like, I'm going to go focus on my family and shit. And everyone's like, you shouldn't do that. And he's like, well, bro, like, legally, I did. So suck it. Like, what are you going to do? Like, I literally fulfilled the contract. There's nothing else you can get from me.
Gosen, how tall are you?
Manlit. I like that.
Keep your head up, King.
Hey, short kings matter. Jeremy Lin. Damn. Oh, CBA, Chinese Basketball Association.
5'9". You're as tall as Alec.
You're as tall as me. Damn, is that short over there?
You guys are the same height.
I'm 5'9", dude.
Some Brazilians are long.
Lanky. That's the thing. There's like people who just have that growth hormone. And that's the shitty thing is like my dad's 6'4". It's just because my mom was like 4'1".
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah. That's natural selection. It's gonna average out somewhere.
Well, if women only like tall dudes, but if they're only short women and only like tall dudes, it's still gonna exist.
Well, tall dudes are athletic and short dudes are smart and academic, and they both have money on the smart short dudes and the dumb big dudes.
Right, but it lies with the women as well. Because if all the women that are short like big guys, there's always gonna be short people.
Yeah, but if we're just saying
that also depends on your pituitary gland.
What?
That determines your height and size and weight and whatnot.
Okay, so at the end of the day, women are really attracted to your brain.
Sure. Like the tallest man ever recorded was 8'11", and he had an oversized pituitary gland. Same thing with the current living tallest man is 8.
8 years old. Giant baby.
He's like 8 foot. It was on my fun fact list. Give me a sec.
Or money. That's what I'm saying is if it's not
or money.
Height, it's money. And you can be short and smart and educated. You could be a dentist in Brazil and still have a wife because, bitches like money.
Yeah, I mean, I opened a lot of tabs.
I opened every tab.
Well, I had to manually do that.
101.
The tallest current living man is 8'2.8".
Damn.
He's 37.
Imagine having that record.
Yeah.
Like
the growth is due to a pituitary gland issue.
You probably don't want that record. You're just given that record.
Your knees are gone.
Also, the taller you are, the shorter your lifespan. It's like the bigger the dog, the shorter the life. Because it's like your heart has to work harder, your body has to work harder, which is weird, right? Because you figure if your heart has to work harder, it's exercise.
They're also weighing like 300 pounds, just spread out very well.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's just, even if you're like 6 foot something, 300 pounds is just, it could still be all muscle. Mm-hmm. Damn.
You need those muscles to work. Like
yeah, man.
Move everything.
Well, if you're that big, you got to figure like, the muscles are just going to be bigger because it's more body.
So if you're telling me if I dress in Gucci flip flops and like I have a lot of money,
your bitch in the socks.
Okay, someone's a Bad Baby fan.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about.
It's a meme.
I know, but that's who makes a song.
Okay.
How you portray yourself overrides how rich you are. Rich, polite, and charming beats someone that's only rich, but
So
a troglodyte. What the fuck does
A
that?
troglodyte?
I've heard that before.
That's badass, dude. I love your vocabulary. So I show up in a suit, fedora, everything's Gucci, and I take a girl back to my shack.
Person who lives in a cave.
Person who lives in
Like a
cave.
hermit. Yes, like a hermit.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's funny.
And she's like, I just love your clothes, and like my ceiling's leaking. I have no running water. I've got like a puddle of water to splash your face and watch your coochie after, but like that's it. Am I still getting laid? She's like, your suit is just phenomenal. You must have money. And I'm just like, I got you back to my place. And I don't have money for a cab for you to go back, so you might as well stay the night.
Just lock the door.
How? It's just a wall of beads.
Time together.
That's just to keep the bugs out.
Time in a knot.
Imagine. She tries running. It's,
I saw a TikTok. It was I like Native American TikTok. Some of them are really fucking funny. And one of them was like, "Hey bro, lock the door." and his door was just a fucking blanket. And he takes a staple gun and staples it to the stud. He's like, how are we going to get out? I don't know, man. You told me to lock the door.
That's awesome, dude. Oh, man. Yeah. I always think of that, like, people who had, like, beads. Like, you know, the teenage girls in all the Disney movies had beads in their doors or blankets or, like, the tapestries. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what are you doing? How is that secure? But I guess it's just
for aesthetic.
I guess it's just so cute. You can't deny it.
Well, I mean, some parents take off doors, which I never fucking understood. But like, I get it.
You've got to be the most overprotective father to be like, is my daughter having sex in there? It's like, yeah, probably.
Just set up a nanny cam.
The fuck? That's way worse. No, T.I.
Did he do that?
No. Did you know what T.I. did, though? He would take his daughter to a physical every 6 months and have a doctor check her hymen to make sure it wasn't ripped.
Nice.
To make sure she wasn't having sex. So, putting a nanny cam in there takes it to a whole nother level.
You just gotta make sure.
That's Jared from Subway creepy, dude.
Just gotta make sure she's not.
Look. I'm not a father.
Only live surveillance. It doesn't record.
Just listen to the door at that point. Here's the thing. What are you gonna do if it turns out your daughter is having sex? Are you gonna go in? You gonna enter?
Depends on the guy.
Depends on the guy?
Yeah. If they're a piece of shit, they're off the hinges because his sister lied.
I guess that makes sense, but it's like, if you do it just for sex, it's kind of flawed, right?
Well, then they can't have sex. Or they're just going to have sex in your room.
Yeah. I mean, when your parents are out of town, that's the thing.
Just going to have no doors.
That's the thing. Your parents are just never going to go out of town, never go to dinner. Just never going to go on a date.
Or just take you everywhere.
You're just going to fuck somewhere. And then, you know what? You could always fuck in a car. That's always an option. Parents are dumb.
The idea of parents or parents in general?
Parents in general. Like, the overall IQ of a parent. Nothing.
At least 12.
At least 5.
How many brain cells do you think you have? I was asked this the other day.
That's a great question.
And everyone was fucking astounded of my answer. Give a number before you look it up.
I was going to look at the average. Can I not do that?
I can tell you the average after you answer. Because I know it.
5 billion.
The average is 100 million. 100 billion.
So I'm way
100 billion.
12 billion. That's the average?
The average adult human has 100 billion brain cells. I said 88 billion. And they were like, wow, look at you. I have 3.
I said 5 billion. Remarkably, at an average 86 billion and 85 billion, the human brain has just as many neurons as would be expected of a generic primate human brain of the size of its same overall 1-to-1 non-neurological neural ratio as its other primates. So I'm just smarter if I have 5 billion.
I would hope you just to be smarter than a primate in general.
Right.
I don't think that's something you should be proud of.
Why not? Well, I was making a bad joke more or less about, I said 5 billion, and I was like, well, I guess I have 5 billion. And you only have 100 million.
Billion.
5 billion's a lot more.
How many times more?
500,000 times more?
No.
I don't know. I don't do math.
Math is hard. I don't think it's a good thing to praise being smarter than a primate, because that should just already be a given. They barely know how to recognize shapes and colors.
The human body is composed of trillions of cells. They provide structure for the body, take in nutrients from food, convert those nutrients into energy, and carry out specialized functions. Cells also contain the body's hereditary material and can make copies of themselves. You just got learned. Learned.
Yes.
I just learned you.
Yes, you did.
It's a good beer.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Pretty okay. The the hunter's orange. You know why they wear orange when you hunt?
So you can see.
So you don't get Dick Cheney'd.
Well, he did it on purpose, allegedly.
The movie actually, Vice. I watched it with Phantom. Really good movie, but it covers the whole thing. He goes out hunting. He shoots the guy in the face. The guy who he shot apologized to Dick Cheney.
Nice.
That's how you know it was like, don't fucking do this again. Because next time, I won't miss.
But then there's also like high vis equipment that has a camo print with it.
Yeah, like the reflective material.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's more for like being in a blind. You know what a blind is, right? Like imagine like a tent, but it's covered in camo and twigs and shit.
So when someone shoots through that and hits you,
you're fucked. But there's so usually when you go hunting, there's like plots where this is a tent, this is the blinds essentially, but these blinds are all set up strategically.
my ex-step grandpa hunted in his Jeep.
My ex-step grandpa shitted in his pants. Okay, so sorry.
They just used his Jeep and never got out. They just stayed in there.
And they just shitted themselves in it?
No, they just hunted in a Jeep.
That's illegal.
Well, he's dead now.
So let's say there's a blind here and a blind there. There's a minimum distance requirement unless, like, say this keyboard is a mountain or a hill. And you're supposed to stay in your blind at all times. That way, if a deer comes on this mountain, they can both shoot towards each other. But let's say there's a deer right here. And this is as far as either rifle will shoot. You can hit the deer or whatever you're hunting without endangering another hunter.
Interesting.
I thought so too.
No, I mean, there is a lot of science to hunting.
Well,
It's all safety.
It's all safety and it's all regulation and it's all conservationists that keep it running.
What do you think about trophy hunting? Like killing elephants and shit.
Well, I grew up in a family where if you hunt it, you eat it. And in trophy hunting, I can understand the hatred of people being like, you just kill it for the trophy. But a lot of the times, if you hunt an elephant in Africa or a lion or some sort of big game, that goes to villages. The meat and the product of the animal goes to the villages. So it doesn't go to waste. It's just the head. And it's kind of what helps dictate it as a sport. Kind of like luck, you know? And as long as the animal doesn't go to waste, as long as it's one of those things, like poaching is terrible. Because
that's why we don't have rhinos anymore.
Poaching is terrible because it just kills the animal for pure fiscal value.
Ivory.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is, like, if people realize you could, like, maybe get a rhino farm or something, like, it's inhumane either way. But one way is measured and you pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go hunt a rhino, but they make sure that the population of rhinos is sustained. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're a trophy hunter, it would keep the rhino population relevant and healthy to make sure, one, that it doesn't throw off the ecosystem, but two, it can make sure to reproduce and have more rhinos yearly. It's a natural cycle. Like when you go deer hunting,
Mm-hmm.
you can't kill does, which is the female deer, because they're the baby makers. You can only kill the bucks.
Yes.
So men officially have it harder in every species. But
what is that species of rhino that just recently went functionally extinct?
extinct. It was a stinky right now.
And yes, Ghost Hand, the hunting boars in the U.S., that's cool as fuck. They pay you to do that.
Yeah, they also pay you to go what's called varmint hunting. So if like there's squirrels and rabbits and rats on someone's farmland digging holes, and they make money by selling cows for meat, and the cows step in the holes and break their ankles, you can't sell that cow anymore because you have to put it down.
Wait, so the northern white rhino is functionally extinct.
A stinky rhino.
It's functionally extinct.
It's a stinky rhino.
Because the last 2 rhinos remaining can't reproduce naturally. So.
And you know what's so weird is that humans are like, let's just get some of this male's cum and some of this female's egg and we'll keep it alive. And here's the thing, right? I'm not saying extinction is good, but...
No, rhinos are cool as fuck.
But you can't stop extinction.
No, but...
It's evolution.
I don't think they would have gone extinct on their own this fast. Rhinos are... They're pretty tanky. They're beefy.
They're tanky boys.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Now there's going to be no ivory, right? So it's like the market's
Well, you still
go...
get it from elephants. Their tusks are ivory.
Okay, but it still has to be... It's going to be more valuable now. And it has to be watched after. It's a market. If you lose your resources, you lose your business.
There was that rhino that had armed guards at all times.
Can you imagine?
Had like 5 of them.
He didn't even understand. He's like, man, I just want to rub my nose into something, but these assholes keep shooting everything around me.
Yeah, we did the same thing with buffalo. Or bison, one of the two.
It's for sure accelerated by humans, but that's what I'm saying is like, when you say it's accelerated, you're also saying it was going to happen anyway.
I mean, everything dies everywhere. Anyway. It would take a million years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and China also fucking hunts dolphins and whales. There's a huge thing. The U.S. was like, hey, stop whaling.
Made a TV show about it.
Yeah. Hey, stop whaling. Stop killing dolphins. And China was like, fuck you. It's international sea.
Just learn the difference between a buffalo and a bison.
Doesn't one have legs and one doesn't? Like crocodiles?
No.
And alligators?
I'll show the people, just in case we're all as stupid as me.
Give me my next beer.
Sure.
Thank you.
Smells like fucking Rice Krispie treats in there.
It smelled like potatoes and veggies earlier.
I had Taco Bell in that fridge earlier this morning.
Did it have potatoes and veggies?
I had lettuce.
Oh yeah, buffalo got the horns. Oh.
I just want the picture.
There's a function for that?
Yeah, you open it, the picture in a new tab. So yeah, buffalo has the curved horns like the water buffalo. And then bison had little baby horns.
Yeah, Japan is very guilty of whaling, and the fishing habits are really bad in the Asian countries. I want to look that up actually because whaling in Japan.
Just set up farms.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Whale
that's why we need SeaWorld.
Yeah, with chlorinated water.
Active hunting whales is estimated by Japan whaling associations to have begun around the 12th century. Ugh.
We used to use their oils for lanterns back in the day before electricity.
Dude, could you imagine living in the 12th century, killing whales and dragging it onto your boat? That's gonna be the worst. That's gonna be the hardest job ever.
They probably just drag it back, not even put it on the fucking boat.
It's just fucking harpoon, 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 sail.
Not even like harpoons, just like fucking sticks and rocks.
How do you fucking get a net big enough for a goddamn whale?
You don't. You just drag it. Let it drag you
what
for a
if
little
sharks
bit.
eat it on the way home? You never know.
Then you get a net loss, but you know, it's okay.
1890s when Japan started to participate in modern whaling industry.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Dude, that would have had to be the hardest job ever.
Like,
Whaling in the 1890s? Are you fucking kidding me? It's like, what do we have? Rope and spears.
yeah, whales float after they die. So
Okay, so jump in the water, tie a rope around its tail, and
pull it.
let the wind take you. Still, you don't have modern engines and shit.
Well, duh. You got paddles.
I mean, it's one thing if you like see a dead whale and you're like, huh, I bet I could take that all the way back to Japan.
It's like that fucking. So I wonder what they taste like, right? Whales. It's like that time I went to that Chinese buffet and got shark fin soup.
If you want to eat some dog, I've got some very good news for you.
It's not the lyrics.
What is the lyrics?
It's close. It's just not. Joke's on you, Moby Dick actually had a great description of what whaling day was like.
Fair enough. I never read Moby Dick.
I just want to know what they taste like. Fry up some whale, not the fat. Fat probably tastes amazing, but like just the meat of a whale. That is a graph.
That is a graph of all whale species.
Killed world.
So
What's the red one?
all species. So 80,000 species of whale, regardless of species. 80,000 whales a year in 1960 were killed.
What the fuck do we need whales for now?
I don't know. Fucking look. That's a pretty short-minded way of thinking about it, right? Because like maybe we don't need whales, but the ecosystem of the sea definitely needs whales. Like
Conducted primarily for meat and commercial whaling, they're all being killed in a misguided effort to reduce competition for fish in several small crustaceans. Like smaller whales, dolphins, and porpoise species are hunted for the use as a bait to catch fish, especially sharks. That's why they're killing whales nowadays.
they're like, "What do you want to eat for dinner?" They're like, "Shark," and they're like, "All right, let's go kill some whales." Why? So we can catch some sharks. Why? So we can eat the sharks. Why are we killing the whales? For bait. Oh, okay.
Sharks do feast on dead whales.
A friend of me had it, described it as being very chewy, almost like a rubbery version of bigger fish. Blubber nuggets. Chewy.
I would try everything once.
Those octopus, what were those again?
Takoyaki.
Takoyaki. That was so good, dude.
Very sweet.
So good. And the texture was good. You could tell there was octopus, the chewiness of it, but it was like firm, and then the sweetness was what?
It was like a fucking donut hole with a piece of octopus inside.
That's actually a really accurate description, and it was really good. Species about to go extinct.
Oh, what's the fucking world clock at?
We have no time. Sola? A small two-horned mammal discovered in Vietnam. So Vietnam is about to lose a small two-horned mammal. North Atlantic right whale. Maybe it was supposed to be white whale. Garl. Cockapoo. Cockapoos are going out of style.
Good.
A large flightless New Zealand parrot. Armor leopard. Damn. That's way cooler sounding than Def Leopard. Vaquita. That sounds like something out of an anime. A small porpoise found in the Gulf of California. Vaquita.
Oh. I was like, a dog breed?
Black rhino. White rhino. Cross river gorilla. That sounds like a gorilla. If it learned how to speak English, what would it say?
Cross water?
Who are you? I am Crosswater Gorilla.
What was the fucking clock called? It's not the world clock. I don't remember.
The clock to the end of the world.
Yeah. And more we run out of all of our resources.
The debt clock. And it had all the things listed, right? Boom. There you go. By the way, the U.S. Officially passed its debt and GDP, and that's when they expected the world to collapse. Eastern lowland gorilla, western lowland gorilla, hawksbill sea turtle, Javan rhino, Vancouver Island marmot, Sumatran elephant, giant pandas, only 1,800 left. Tigers, porpoises, tortoises. Everyone's gonna fucking die, dude. Western chimpanzees. Western chimpanzees are basically just humans. Human extinction date. Humanity has a 95% probability of being extinct in 7.8 million years, according to J.R. Richards Gott's formulation of controversial doomsday argument, which argues that we have probability already lived through half the duration of human history. That's crazy.
Polar bear, if they mate with brown bears.
I mean, pandas are cute. Why do you think they deserve to die?
'Cause they don't fucking do anything.
So are dogs, but they're not going to go extinct.
Pandas literally offer nothing. They just eat bamboo and sit there.
So we should only save the insects and things that do things?
Yeah, fuck cicadas. They just come around every 17 years and buzz.
All right, what are we looking at on this debt clock?
There was the one that was just like this, but it had like the amount of like helium left in the world.
It also had like oil, right? And like natural gases.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. But I don't fucking remember.
It's gotta be over here.
It's not.
And this is the exact same layout though, remember?
Yeah. I just don't remember.
Oh, it does look like it has other stats. USDebtClock.org. I don't get it. How are you in that much debt?
And just keep asking for money from other countries.
Is the U.S. asking for money or are people asking for money?
Everybody. Pandas have no sense of self-preservation. Even without human interference, they would have died already. Because they don't fucking do anything. Pandas are stupid. Red pandas, though, are lit and they can stay forever.
Why? Just because they're...
Yes.
Just because they're red?
Oh, 'cause they're cute as fuck. You're telling me that you would be okay with getting rid of these?
Okay, no, they can stay.
Versus this? Nah.
You're right.
Red panda. Master Shifu. Yes.
Shifu.
You can thank neoliberalism for that debt. That and Ronald Reagan.
It also shows you all the car brands that are sold to this day. This year or whatever.
What's the number one?
It's not ranked. It looks like GMC.
I mean, you can still look at
Honda with almost 600,000.
Toyota with 900.
Yeah, Toyota
Ford
900,000.
940. Still Toyota higher.
Yeah.
Toyota.
But there's not a lot of Jaguars.
Those are more luxury brand.
Yeah. So the idea is to buy a car that has the least amount of purchases. That way you have the most rare car.
So Fiat.
Alfa Romero.
Fiat. 1,565.
I see Fiats fucking everywhere. That's bullshit. That must be sold this year. Alfa Romeros would be fucking nice.
They are nice cars.
But there's a bunch of other
But not the
gold
one.
and precious metals. You have to change it.
No. I looked through them.
Did you?
Yes.
Mortgage, loan, debt calculator. But our precious metals are running out. So is our gas. I'm sure if you just typed in gas, how much natural gas we have left. I'm pretty sure we just Googled that actually, right? Because we just Googled how much natural gas do we have left. And that brought up the calculator for us.
Oh, the helium shortage ended. At least for now.
How? pump more helium?
I don't know. They probably just opened all the tanks.
What do we do? Let it go.
But yeah, as of last year, the shortage ended.
That's
for
hilarious.
now. Because coronavirus deflated birthday celebrations.
Are you kidding me?
Thanks, Corona. You helped us out. Conserving helium.
Corona's done more good than it has bad.
Party balloons account for 10% or more of total helium use.
That's why I don't celebrate birthdays with friends.
That's why you just use fucking air.
I just tape them to the ceiling.
That would be like the fucking...
Then we'd have a tape shortage.
It'd be like the fucking beads hanging from the door, just balloons.
There's a time machine function on here. You could jump ahead 5 years.
You can also go backwards in time. Like the golden age of the fucking 60s.
1980 is the farthest back it'll let you go. That's nothing. Look how small. It just took away like half the scrolling. Jump back to present day. Look how big it is.
Well, we got a lot more to worry about now than we did in the fucking 80s. 80s. Everyone says the 80s was such a good time. I'll never know.
Yeah, must be nice. Medium income, $35,000 in the United States.
Can't relate. Poverty gang.
Poverty gang.
Well, not legally in poverty, but...
Savings per family, around $50,000.
What's the poverty line again?
I think it's under 30.
No. Well, yeah, it is under 30, but yes, it's like $12,000.
Oh, yeah. That's like working poor.
Yeah, it's $12,760 for one person in...
That's working a part-time job at McDonald's, though.
I make $18,000
Did they really?
part-time at Target.
It's not bad.
That's fucking $6,000 more.
But you don't do it full-time, though. That's what I'm saying.
If I worked it full-time, I'd make $20,000.
That's not good. Full-time for that? Medicare enrollments. It's just so interesting to look at. Spending to GDP ratio, 46.02%. Debt per citizen, $6,000.
What he is currently looking at
Sorry.
is this link.
Yeah, I was zoning out.
If you guys want to check out how bad the U.S. is in debt. And you can also look at other countries. Like Brazil is only $200 billion in the hole. Not bad.
We'll run out of natural gas in 2060. Everything is going to have to be an electric fucking car by then.
Well, California, you have 10 years to get an electric car.
That's the shitty thing, right? 2060 rolls around. I buy a nice car. I want to give it to my son before I die. He can't ever drive that shit. It's just a brick. Got him a fucking 2-ton paperweight.
Pretty much. For parts.
For what car that runs on gas? It's just scrap metal, bro. It's fucking melt it down and make something new with it.
I'm sure you can convert it.
That's what I'm saying. Melt it down and make something new with it. That's all you can do.
Well, it'll be like the fucking, how like JDM is so big here. Mm-hmm. It'd probably be like...
Also think of all the plants that we have that like process natural gas and fuel and shit. What do those get converted into? Power plants?
I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I'm not qualified. I'm not that smart. I'm fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But you can probably just like redo electric conversions will probably be a thing. Yeah, someone will probably open up a shop and be like, hey, we'll turn your gas car, we'll redo your entire engine into an electric vehicle.
And we'll do it for the price of a fucking Honda that runs on gas.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends on how much that would cost. And just be like $10,000
That'd be too much.
to get your 1965 Ford Mustang going again.
Nah, not worth it. Fuck that.
I don't know. I think some people would pay it.
The idea of having a classic car is that it's the same way it was when it was built.
Well, then you're just towing it everywhere.
Take it to car shows, very like super retro car shows. It'd be like a 2021 Ferrari in 2060, being like, we don't have gas, but this is what we used to drive. Looks cool, huh? Yeah, coal's gone down, gas has gone. Yeah, we're fucked, dude. Looks like coal will last till a little longer, 2090.
Coal's pretty easy to find.
But oil and gas.
Well, oil takes forever to form.
Yeah. That's the thing, is we're consuming it. There's a ton of it, but we're consuming it way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm all depressed.
Every time.
OPEC.
That's the company.
They have a 40% hold on it.
Yeah.
And then U.S. is at like 25. Then Russia, Saudi Arabia. Damn, we're going to war and shit for only 25% of an overall natural resource?
Yeah, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries is an intergovernmental organization of 13 countries.
Jesus.
Founded in Baghdad.
So OPEC is like, all these countries came together and like, let's get this bag, and then we'll like fight for it.
The member countries.
It's gonna get ugly real quick, because all of our military equipment's run off fucking oil. What then, bro? What are we gonna do to all the fucking
China has the biggest
submarines? Do they really?
Yeah.
I wanted to look that up.
So OPEC was founded in Baghdad, which is Iraq.
Imagine trying to go to war, like, we're gonna launch a missile at you. With what gas, asshole? An electric missile.
So it was founded by Iraq, and then also followed by the Islamic Republic of Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. Then later joined by Qatar, Indonesia, Libya, the United Arab Emirates, Algeria, Nigeria, Ecuador, Gabon, Angola, Equatorial Guinea, and Congo. Ecuador suspended its membership in 1992 but rejoined in 2007. But decided to withdraw its membership effective January 1st, 2020.
Bro, China has a lot more ships than us all of a sudden. How did they fuck that up?
They've probably always had them. Company making carbon neutral gas.
There's a ton more. They have like hundreds more than us.
Yeah, but are they durable? They're made in China, so... Yeah, American production.
You're probably onto something there. America's like, go ahead. We could bomb you and take out 10 ships with one missile.
Shooting a fucking cannonball goes through 4. They're all on a line. Get a collateral.
They're just like cruise ships. They're just converted cruise ships.
I mean, really, that's just what a battleship is.
Yeah. It's aircraft carriers.
Just flat.
That's cool. I mean, I guess they have a bigger Navy than us now. Which is funny, because I remember talking about on the show not too long ago that the America had the 2+1 rule. Is you take the if we're in first place, then we have to have more than the second place and third placeman. So if we're in the lead, and below us, let's just say, is Britain with 1,000 ships, and United States has 1,000 ships, and below them is China with 1,000 ships, they want at least 2,000 ships plus what we have. So they want double the fleet of the two leading countries at all times. They want 2 times more than the first and second placeman.
There's a bunch of videos of the Chinese tech literally falling apart a few seconds after. Tanks breaking like Lego pieces.
Damn. Is that because of their engineering, or is it propaganda?
Probably both. Because that'd be fucking hilarious to watch.
Mm-hmm. In the Cold War, when they had KGB spies stealing blueprints and shit for like submarine stuff, the United States planted over 50 false blueprints that were designed to break down, and the USSR got hold of it on a submarine for a propeller. The propeller broke and drowned all the seamen in the submarine.
Seamen.
semen.
You die by how you lived.
Covered in gum.
That's how you started. You sank in the cum.
And these are all just projections, too.
That's really all you can do. They all plateau, so...
They are plateaued.
Some fucking predictions those are.
Mm-hmm. Which means it's going to crash right here. It's going to go boop, 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 poof.
How far does it go to? 20,
These are 10 years. So let's say a finger space, 10 years. 50, 60, 70. Oh, yeah. So right here, it's going to go... Poof. So we have this long. And we have less time because it's 2021. So we have this long. This is from 2016.
He's measuring on his monitor with his fingers.
This is 2016
on a
numbers.
graph that doesn't exist. Wild to think that the Cold War has only been over for 30 years. I would argue that it's still kind of going on.
It's one of those things.
It's just a colder war.
It's more secretive, where it's like it's the Cold War, but it's like we're fighting in the Middle East. We're using the Middle East to fight Russia, and Russia's using the Middle East to commit acts of terror on us.
Cold War stuff was still done in the Middle East.
No, yeah, I'm saying, but like it's one of those things. Like the war is never over. Like every day the United States government wakes up, they have to like worry about China and Russia. Like that's their goal. Like they always say, Russia's not our friend. China's not our friend. We don't agree with them. We need to take them out.
Communism.
Which is so weird because it's like they're all these like superpowers and they're just like, hey, you know I fucking hate you, right? And they're like, we hate you too. And they're like, all right. Let's go another day with surviving.
All because they think different politically.
Mm-hmm. Because they want everyone to be on board with them. Damn. Well, that last 30 minutes flew by. It's all proxy wars. You're right. I need to Google that because I've heard that before and I don't know the actual meaning.
You don't know what a proxy means?
Like a hidden server for internet
Kinda.
searches?
It's just like an external thing that doesn't matter.
A proxy war is an armed conflict between two states or non-state actors. Yeah. Which act on the investigation or the behalf of other parties that are not directly involved in the hostilities. Correct. Which is why we went to war with Afghanistan and all those places. And Russia's like, yo, Afghanistan, here's all these AK-47s to protect yourself from America. And then on top of those proxy wars, we have all those 5 wars that I've listed on the show before.
The word proxy means the authority to represent someone else, especially in voting, a figure that can be used to represent the value of something in a calculation. Spiked in use in like 2010.
Makes sense. So yeah, still ongoing war in Afghanistan. Observation Observant Compass, still ongoing. Ongoing American-led intervention in Iraq. Ongoing American-led intervention in Syria. And that's only 3. No, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Well, one ended.
one ended.
Wow.
What do you know?
Or you just couldn't fucking count before.
I think one ended. I think it's more likely. Yeah, here it is. I don't know. One started in 2020.
Well, that
ended
ended in 2020.
Yeah. So this is the one probably that ended.
The intervention in Libya.
American intervention in Libya. U.S. Allied victory. Liberation of Sirte. Hundreds of airstrikes carried out.
Ended Donald Trump January 20th,
Yep.
2021.
There it is.
The fucking last day of office.
Trump was like, I'm going to get this war. So, yeah, against ISIL.
Fuck you, ISIS.
Fuck ISIS.
So I was looking up thesaurus words for proxy.
So we won a war.
Wow, it's not that hard nowadays. Another word for proxy is agent, deputy, representative, attorney, delegate, substitute, factor, surrogate, envoy, ambassador.
Those are all very good adjectives. Or
For proxy.
similes.
Afghanistan will never be taken. The U.S. and both the USSR and Russia failed miserably.
Correct.
In occupation and stabilization. It's basically Vietnam all over again, but even more of a slog, just in the desert.
It's true. It's never been conquered by the U.S. or Russia.
How hot is it?
It's never been conquered. It's unconquerable, and they're a hashish smoking nation.
What does that mean?
It means they smoke hashish.
It's 63 degrees.
Damn, they're chilling.
With a high of 88.
That's not too hot.
Friday, it's going to be 90.
That's warm. That's hot.
The coldest month is January of 39 and a low of 19.
In Bullhead, Arizona, it's 120. Needles, California, it's 119.
I saw on Facebook, because a majority of my friends are still in Arizona on Facebook, that there was this dispensary. They were doing a promotion where if it passed 115 degrees, you'd get 2 free pre-rolls.
That's dope. You can get you just hold it up to the sun, light it.
From like a 4-hour window, you can go in there.
Till supplies last, probably.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Like, if it gets past this temperature, you can get 2 free weed sticks.
2 free weed sticks. 11 hottest places on Earth.
Deserts are cold at night. It's crazy.
It's Mercury. You want to know why? It's like Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. So when it's facing the sun, it's super hot because it's direct contact.
Also, the colors don't really absorb light all that well.
Okay, but also on the other side of Mercury, it's the coldest it could be because there's such an absence of light. So it's the same thing. There's no shade, there's no clouds, there's no cover. There's nothing to regulate the temperature, so it's just extreme hot, extreme cold, which is why it's a desert and nothing lives there. It's hard.
Different kind of desert. Same, but different.
Same, but different. So in first place on the 11 hottest places is Death Valley, California, Udnadada, Australia, Kabili, Tunisia, Mutriba, Kuwait. Oh, that looks beautiful, actually. But I know Kuwait is like where we were at war not too long ago.
Yeah, there's nice parts. It's like Chicago.
They really modernized.
Pakistan.
Turbat, Pakistan.
Argentina.
Israel. Greece.
I believe that Greece is hot as fuck.
Iran. Yeah, Iran's probably the worst.
The Flaming Mountains of China.
That sounds terrible. Dalal, Ethiopia. That's it. 11 hottest places in the world.
We made it there once. We made the list.
Number 1 on the list.
We made the list.
Cali, baby.
That's where they shot Star Wars.
Hottest and coolest place to be. Period.
Not cool as in temperature, but cool as in like
Oh, yeah.
appearance value.
We have the most Gucci and American Eagle models per capita. Probably.
I don't know, some country people.
We have plenty of country people, but, in the end of it all, what's it mean, What's it all worth?
Nothing. Materialism. Everything's worth nothing.
Even this is just like...
that serves a function.
Sure. But...
It keeps your beer cold, and you can also drink it real fast.
But it's still, cheap, right? It's not like...
It's like $30.
Oh, feel that. It's squishy.
Yeah, so you can
it's
grip
an actual
it.
koozie.
Yeah. It has insulation.
But I went to Oscar's last night for a barbecue.
The carne asada?
Yeah. And basically the easy up got jammed and they couldn't fix it. And it's just like...
Get a hammer.
Well, we got a screwdriver and undid it, and we ended up fixing it, but we undid all the screws, and then it was just thin metal pipes and a cloth. And I was like, you know how cheap this was? And they sell it for $100. Material-wise, it probably cost them $10 to make this. It probably cost $10 per easy up.
They sell them for 20.
Oh no, this was a nice one though.
A nice one made out of shit materials.
How much does it? Well, yeah.
Pop-up tents are pretty fucking cheap nowadays.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, some of these are expensive, bro. Usually about $100, and it wasn't like this cheap one. That's just like an umbrella. Like it was a nice one.
Now we're gonna go fucking shopping right now.
It was Coleman.
Coleman makes cheap shit.
That's why I'm correcting myself. Coleman Easy Up. All of them are $100 or more. All of them. Yeah, so let's just say it's the cheapest model, 120. Probably cost them $10 to make it. This might actually be the exact one. This is the exact one, just with a different color.
You can get one for $50.
Yeah, but
It's all the same shit.
but it's like the legs are just like thin, like cheap metal or plastic, and then
Really? What you do is you make your own, right? You get PVC pipes and do it.
that's what I was saying. I was like, you'd probably make your own for the same price, but yeah, it'd probably
You can make it for way less.
You could make it for way less, but they charge $120 for it at Target, and it probably cost them $10 to make. So every time they sell one, they make $110. I didn't know I could do that. And there's a tent for $109. Like, you know how crazy it is that a tent is worth less than just shade because a tent is shade? What? Anyway, that's all I had to say about that.
Do you want to make a canopy?
Shit, I'm down. How much do you think?
PVC pipes are pretty cheap.
PVC is
the
so
black
cheap.
ones are more expensive.
We should get it in black then.
You can just get the white ones and paint it black.
1 by 10. So 1
1 inch thick.
by 10 inches long. That's pretty thick. That's a thick boy.
That's like the size of your first knuckle. That's pretty average.
That's a pretty thick boy. We could make one for so cheap.
It's really
All we need, and all they have is
four,
all they
five,
have is like
six,
little locking
7,
pins,
8,
like little. We could do that easy, bro.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 8 pieces of pipe, 4 elbow joints,
And then some fabric that's sunproof.
a tarp.
Yeah, a tarp. There you go.
It won't be pointed. It'll be square and flat. But even then,
It'd be shade. I don't know anyone who's going to complain about shade on a hot
dry
day.
it tight.
Yeah. That's all it is, man.
Got that DIY mindset. My dad's doing the fucking bathroom himself.
Well, I just remember, like, because when it wasn't working, they're like, oh, it's broken. I was like, give me a screwdriver. I'm going to open this bad boy up.
Tinker with it.
It's just screws and, like, a little bit of piping, you know? It's like, it's not complicated. It's not biochem.
The Mexicans didn't try to fix it. The white kid did.
The white kid did it.
Damn.
But it is what it is. I mean, that's just, I'm a problem solver. There's a problem, opened it up, and it's like, if it was audio gear, then I probably wouldn't touch it because I'm like, I know how to run it, not fix it. But like camping stuff, bro, I grew up in a family of camping, it's fixable. Because it probably costs $10 for them to make it. So when a piece goes bad, you got to fix it yourself.
What's for dinner?
I want something like on a plate again.
That's not what I want.
What do you want?
I want fucking Wendy's.
Wendy's is good.
Cool. Well, my last note is bunk because I don't know what it fucking means. I actually have a different note that I didn't talk about. Doesn't matter. It's not important. It's soy riso sucks ass.
Chorizo?
Yeah, fake chorizo.
Oh, fake chorizo does suck ass.
Sucks ass. My parents keep trying to make breakfast burritos.
Burn!
And get me to eat them. And I'm like, I don't want to eat this.
You're not Mexican enough.
What? Me?
No, whoever's cooking a fake chorizo.
My mother, who was full Mexican?
Oh. Why are you calling it fake chorizo then?
It's called soy riso. It's soy
Oh.
It's fake meat.
I thought,
Meant to taste like chorizo.
Gotcha. Like a
an
like a
alternative.
Beyond Burger.
Yeah, it's a meat
Gotcha.
substitute.
I thought you were saying you were trying to cook chorizo and you didn't do it right, so it's not real. And I
No.
was like, because you're too white.
No, it's just a meat substitute, and it tastes like garbage because it's the fucking texture is mush and it tastes like nothing. They try to make these burritos and have me eat them and try to trick me. And they're like, he's eating fake meat. And I'm like, I can tell the difference. I'm eating it out of spite and because I have to.
It's bad. Also, like, this is all I got for food.
Yeah, it's fuel. Leave me alone. You didn't get me. You didn't got him.
Got him.
You can't trick me. I'm a fat kid. I know food.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to head out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a good time. Come back on Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Same time, same place.
Same bat channel. Hopefully Plant Eddie comes by and he talks about the tax brackets and the marriage things he knows about.
Or if he doesn't want to, it doesn't matter. It's a dead topic. Either or.
Either or.
Hi, I'm Josh. Oh, I need to fix those.
My name is Alec. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Goodbye.